Hello, everybody, and welcome to Real Madrid Hub, your source for Real Madrid news. And of course, the news again is about Kylian Mbappe and another step made in the direction of purchasing Kylian Mbappe for Real Madrid. According to Pablo Polo from Diario Marca, he says, the Mbappe plan makes another step forward. And of course, that means that the imminent sale of Rafael Varane to Manchester United is going to help basically, it's going to help add some money to the bank, but of course to help make sure that the hit that they would get from signing a player like Mbappe wouldn't be as bad. I mean, essentially the sale of Varane is pretty much going to, help get Mbappe with the money that they're going to be getting for him. It's around 50 million euros that they've been announcing that they will be getting for Varane. And this is the money that is going to help them go after Mbappe, which would be the most expensive player in the history of the club if they were to go after Mbappe and pay, 180 million euros, which is apparently what they are willing to pay for him and what they would want for him, what PSG wants for him. Essentially, that is everything that they're doing is to go in that direction. I mean, they've done everything at this point. It seems they're 100% focused. I mean, even there was a quote by Fabrizio Romano, essentially saying, that Real Madrid is doing everything. There's an obsession with Mbappe, with Florentino and the board to get Mbappe. So at this point, they've let Sergio Ramos go out on a free. They've let go of Varane, and there is no intention, as we know at this point, there is no intention to get another center back at this point, because they feel that they feel that they have the defenders right now. But when you let two of your best center backs go, as your first team center backs, starter center backs, that is kind of leaving a lot of people wondering what is going on at Real Madrid, and will the sacrifice to get Mbappe be worth it? Will we even bring Mbappe? That is one of the questions that are asked. One of the things is that Real Madrid was one of the few clubs that was able to get have a positive bank account, in the sense after the pandemic, with 874,000 euros in the bank, even though there was a crisis, a very tough crisis during the pandemic financially for many clubs. And this would be a huge, but this player would be a huge addition to Real Madrid, of course, who is in need of the firepower of somebody like Mbappe. Aside from Benzema last season, really the only players that were scoring for us were Casemiro and Sergio Ramos. Sergio Ramos is no longer there, and Casemiro is a center defensive midfielder that shouldn't be our second, most important striker. We should have another, either one of our wingers or whatnot, but that is what it has not been happening. So it seems at this point, they want the money. They're doing everything they can to get the money for that 180 million euro price tag that Mbappe has. He would actually be charging apparently around 20 million euros per season, which would make him the most expensive player and the highest earning player at Real Madrid. Madrid also decided to, in other ways, I guess, dampen the blow from Mbappe coming and so many players leaving. I mean, they renewed Lucas Vázquez because of the fact that, he has been doing better. He has been a better player for Real Madrid. And essentially, he is a cheaper investment, of course. But at this point, everything else is pointing to that is the only signing they're going to get. And at least right now, they're planning on getting more money by essentially loaning out players. Right now, Pablo Polo from Marca is saying, of course, that there are 28 football players on the roster, and essentially they have room to get rid of a few more. Ancelotti has already said that Vinicius is not going to be for sale, as he wants him as part of the team. Jovic was one of the people that they were interested in selling, but after his performance against Rangers, I mean, it's not looking like many people are going to be interested in him. He still has a lot to improve. And really, they need a backup for Karim Benzema, so Jovic can be that. So everything is looking right now that they are going towards Mbappe as much as they can. And that is the news for Real Madrid Hub. That is the news I have for now. And of course, the Kylian Mbappe saga will continue. So stay tuned here to Real Madrid Hub and make sure you hit that subscribe button.